All right, in this section, we're going to talk about naming alkanoic acids, another functional group. Alkanoic acids contain an alkyl group combined with at least one carboxyl functional group. And the carboxyl group looks like what you see here, C double bond O to that same C single bond OH. So this is a carboxyl group, and it would be bonded to some alkyl group here. So sometimes you might see like an R group here, okay? So the carboxyl group consists of a carbonyl group, which is that C double bond O, and a hydroxyl group, which is that single bond OH group, connected to the carbon in the carbonyl group. Alkanoic acids are represented by R, COOH, where R is the alkyl group. So I've drawn it here for you. And here's an example. So we have a 2-carbon chain, so that would be ethane. But because we have this C double bond O, COH, we call it ethanoic acid. Alkanoic acids are formed by substituting the functional group COOH for a hydrogen bonded to a carbon in an alkane. The general formula for an alkanoic acid is RCOOH, where R represents the rest of the alkane. Numbering starts at the end nearest the COOH group, that is nearest an end, regardless of the other substituents. And then as you saw on the previous slide, the E ending in alkane is replaced by OIC, oic acid. All right, so here's example 1. Identify and name the main chain. So I think we can see our main chain right here with this C double bond O, COH at the end. So we just to count, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbons. So we'll call this pentane. Get the pen. That is our main chain, is a pentane chain. All right, now we need to number the carbons, and we have to start on the end nearest the double bond oxygen. So from right to left, you can see my numbering 1 through 5. All right, now we need to identify the functional group. So we can see it right here. It's COOH. And then we are connected to the rest of the chain here. Okay, so we have a carboxylic acid group or an alkanoic acid group, COOH. All right, now that we've identified our functional carboxyl group, we need to determine what carbon it's bonded, and it's bonded right here on carbon number 1. Finally, we name the molecule, so we can say 1 pentane. So instead of pentane, it's OIC, pentanoic acid. Okay, pentanoic acid. And here is a summary of the steps we took of identifying and numbering the main chain, the functional group, in order to name the molecule 1-pentanoic acid.